What's going on, guys? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure. Time to take a look at what's sold.
Mountain Man Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I am a part-time reseller based out of Montana. And I work in the morning at a radio station. Then when I get off in the afternoon, I go looking for stuff to flip for profit on eBay. And we tend to do quite a few what sold videos on this channel, but I haven't done one for I think about a week. So it is time. We need to get back. We need to do those because especially for the newer resellers, that is maybe the most valuable YouTube tool out there in terms of figuring out how to go about this thing and what do I pick up, what sells. These are the best way, I think, for you to figure that out because you see things on these videos and then you see them later in the thrift store or at the garage sale, whatever. And you remember, hey, I don't remember how much that was, but somebody said I should pick that up. Well, some of this stuff would fall in that group. Some of this stuff maybe you wouldn't want to pick up, but you can be the judge of that. So let's dive in. This is probably about a week's worth of sales. It's been a little bit slow, but there's been some good profit items in here. So we're still making good ROI. I'm still excited about it. And so I want to let you know what we're selling. And the first one is this, actually off of Mercari. This is the LA Dodgers Barbie. I don't sell a ton on Mercari. I don't tend to have very good luck there. I get a whole lot of likes. Nobody buys the thing, but I did look up a couple of these Barbies and they actually, this one sold pretty well and for a higher dollar amount than it did on eBay. So I listed it there, picked up the normal pile of watchers, eventually sent out an offer that somebody countered, and we ended up getting $64 free shipping out of this one. So after Mercari fees, I think it was like just under 56 bucks, something like that. It cost me about $8 to ship it. So pretty good profit on that. And then we actually had a viewer stop by the Big Cartel store and pick this one up. This is the 50s Barbie. Price this at $20 plus $9.99 shipping. So $29.99 all in, and this going out to Wanda. Wanda, thank you so much for stopping by and picking that up. I was glad to be able to make those available at a little bit lower price for folks that wanted to pick something up. So very, very cool, and thank you so much for the purchase and for watching the channel. Now, the rest of this stuff is on eBay, and that's where we do the bulk of our listings and our sales. The first one is actually this vintage depression glass juicer. It sold for $16.39, and it also went up to Canada, so the buyer paid international shipping. I love these things. They just don't seem to be worth very much. You know, the uranium glass, Vaseline glass, I think they're the coolest thing ever, and some of the stuff does sell pretty high. I just haven't found anything that sold pretty high, but I've sold pretty much everything that I've come across that has been the depression glass. So it is something to keep an eye out for. The way you can tell is a black light. You can get them really, really cheap online. Shine a black light on them. If they glow, that's your sign. So this one, again, $16.39 plus international shipping through the eBay Standard International program. This went up to Canada. Then this one was a freebie that we picked up at an estate sale. It's like a estate sale, garage sale kind of thing. And the Dungeons and Dragons Eye of the Beholder manual. This originally would have gone in one of the big box PC games. We sold this for $7.99, free shipping. You don't make much, but it goes in an envelope, goes out the door. I didn't pay anything for it, so it's easy money. Then we start getting into some of the Barbies that we have been picking up. There's one behind me. I actually haven't listed her yet. I think she is one of the last that I've got to list out of this latest pickup. I've been slowly listing them. But this one, a good sale. The Totally Hair Barbie. This sold for $177.50 plus shipping. I actually put this one at auction. I was hoping it would get closer to about $200, $225. There was one other listed at $250. So I was hoping people would get sort of in a bidding war, and $250 was my ceiling. It didn't work out, but you know what? Sometimes auctions don't work out, but still, that's a fantastic profit. I am thrilled about that. And then Twist and Turn Barbie, this one in international, and the first of the week to go to Australia. We've been selling a ton of stuff to Australia this week. It's been weird. This one, Twist and Turn Barbie, went for 116 Australian dollars. Comes out to about $100 US, and so we make pretty good profit on that. This one we pulled out of our game cabinet drawer. It's a drawer. That's what it was. We pulled it out of the game drawer. This one we got from my daughter when she was very young, and we pulled out some of those games, and rather than just getting rid of them, I put them on eBay for cheap. We've sold a couple, and now we've sold another. $5.49 free shipping. We make what? Like a buck? I mean, why not? It was just sitting there. Nobody had played it in 10 years. Glitter Beach Barbie. This one sold for $20 plus international shipping. This one went to Hungary. I think that's the second Barbie that we've sent to Hungary. And then My Little Pony Pez dispenser. This one is like 2.5 years old, guys. This one, when it sold, I was like, oh, that's sold. And then the second thought was, where is that? I think I know where that is, because it had been sitting for so long. It was exactly where it was supposed to be. But, we didn't make much out of this. This, again, went to Australia. I'm looking here on my list. It went for $26.21 Australian dollars. So we made hardly anything on that. But that one was a freebie throw-in. I remember I piled a bunch of stuff together and asked how much on this. She said, oh, just take that. So that one came out from the fort, actually. Fort Harrison here has a thrift shop. And I haven't been out there in quite some time. But that's where that came from several years ago. So My Little Pony Pez dispenser out the door. This Adidas soccer shirt, this actually one that my folks picked up and said, hey, you might be able to sell this. And they were right. It took a little while, but clothes do tend to take a little bit longer. And it sold for $16.39 plus shipping. So good call on that, Mom and Dad. And then Camp Barbie. This one sold very quickly after listing it. This one going to Germany, 63.82 euros for that one. And then the first of several of our anti-chew bitter sprays to sell this week. They're picking up. We've sold quite a few. I think I've got about half a dozen of them left at this point. It goes out for $9.98 free shipping, and it ships at about 14 ounces. So we're $5 or $6, depending on where they are into the shipping on the thing, but it's 100% profit. It came out of our 888 lots pet products purchase. And so when they sell, it's a quantity listing. So I had to make one listing. I throw the tube in a bag and in a box. I mean, it's very simple. The bottle, it's not a tube, but I throw it in a box, tape it up. I mean, it takes seconds, and we make $4 or $5, ballpark when they sell. I'm all right with that. And the 95 Pearl Driver Talbot Lago. This, another one of our bulk purchases we made on some Hot Wheels. We paid $100 for a whole bunch of Hot Wheels cars, about 20 cents into each of them. This one sold for $7.99, free shipping. Then another Barbie sold, Jamaican Barbie, going out the door, $28.96, Great British pounds. This one heading out to London. I think that's the fifth one of the Jamaican Barbies that I sold. That one was a good seller. Puerto Rican Barbie, also a good seller. 3 or 4 of these that I've sold. $20.09 plus shipping on that one. And then another thing from the pet products lot, this Easy Treat training treat bag. It was a magnetic bag, and then it had the little training clicker in it. I couldn't find any others like it, so just picked a price, and it sold. It took a little while, but went out for $16.39, free shipping, pretty light, so we made some good money on that. Here's another one that sat around for a while. This Pokemon Venusaur. Venusaur? I don't know. It's a little PVC figure. It's one of the original Tomies. I sold a whole bunch of those that I picked up. This 100% profit at this point. We picked up a whole bunch of those vintage Pokemon things like a year back, and most of them sold. This was the very last one. It was just hanging out. And eventually it moves. I pulled that out of the smalls bin. $9.98 plus shipping on that guy. And then this is a really cool sale, the He-Man poster. This from original movie back in the 80s, Dolph Lundgren. I picked 3 of these up in an auction. Brian, Mr. Buys-A-Lot, had an online auction. I paid $50 for 3 of them, and the first one sold for $63.64 plus shipping. So we're already now in the profit. The next 2 posters will be completely profit, and I listed the next one. One trick on these, if you've got multiples of something that's relatively rare, I didn't list, well, for several reasons. I didn't list that I had 3 of them. I just listed one. One is because they're all 3 going to have slightly different flaws, right? They're not going to be exactly the same. There's different bends, maybe different small tears. So you don't want to list a quantity and have the condition be different. So if I was going to list all of them, I would make 3 separate listings. But I want to make sure that people know this is relatively rare. I mean, it's from the 80s, right? So you want to create that sense, or at least maintain the sense of rarity. So if there's 3 of them out there, you don't command the price that you do if there's only 1 of them out there. So that's why I'm listing these one at a time. So that is what we're doing on that one. And then this Orvis short sleeve button front shirt sold for $49.67 Australian dollars. So we still make about 20 bucks when it's all said and done after fees and after shipping. The Hawaiian Fun Barbie, this one going to Germany, $22.27 plus that international shipping. I've talked about it before. These Barbies, it's a worldwide market on these things. I've sold more internationally, I think, than I have here in the States. And then some of them that I'm selling in the States are going to Delaware to folks with European, like Eastern European names. So it sounds like one of you commented on there that there's a lot of essentially freight forwarding companies in Delaware. I'm sure that's what's going on there. So a lot of these are going international. Pretty interesting. This Craftsman vintage wrench, I paid almost nothing for each individual piece here, and I've slowly been listing wrenches and sockets and all sorts of stuff from this thing. $4.74 plus shipping, and how easy is that to drop it in a small mailer and send it out the door and you make a couple bucks. Here's another chew spray, $9.98. Free shipping. And then these filter cartridges, these go in the little water bowls. It's a certain kind of water bowl for cats and dogs. This, again, going to Australia, $47.30 Australian dollars. So we make a good turnaround there. We make about 20 bucks on that one. This, a nice Barbie, jewel hair mermaid Barbie. Yeah, it's going to Australia, $126.28 Australian dollars. We make about 100 bucks on this one. This, a really nice sale. And this one goes to show you that, list holiday things off season. This was listed already, but people buy weird things at weird times. This is a Halloween mask, a vintage witch mask. I can talk. $10 plus shipping on this guy. And then the Portland Sea Dogs. This is a vintage hat. It's the old Marlins affiliate there in Portland. This sold for $14.40 plus shipping. And then I Dream of Jeannie Barbie. This one was one of the more recent that we picked up, and this one sold for $86.39. And Princess of China Barbie, this also a recent Barbie, €38.97. This one going to Spain. Then we sold another of the chew sprays, $9.98, free shipping on that one. And if you saw the video from yesterday, we picked up all that vinyl. The first one sold. I listed about a dozen, 12, 15 of these, something like that. George Michael's Faith. This was the first to sell, $36.84 plus shipping. We paid, I think it came out to about 8 cents a record. And one of you commented on there and said, hey, you missed one. We missed a big one. So read the comments under that. I'm not even going to spoil it. Read the comments underneath that of this previous video, and always read the comments because I love when you guys point out stuff. I know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and so I'm always learning more. That one is a big one. I'm never going to forget missing that one because hopefully I come across it again. It was like $100 or more that we left sitting on that table because it was just one that I didn't know about, and I'm going to assume a lot of people didn't know about that one. So go back, watch that video, read the comments. You'll see what I missed. I left $150 sitting behind on that table. We did make some good money, but we left a record behind that you're going to want to keep an eye out for. I hate missing stuff. And then we sold this. This is the last thing that we've sold tonight, this Sierra Club backpack. Sierra Club stuff, if you can find Sierra Club branded stuff, it sells pretty well. Not all of it sells for pretty high dollar, but often you can get it at garage sales for like a quarter. It's a nice little filler item, and it does sell. Sierra Club, they're a huge club. So there's a lot of people all across the country that are looking for Sierra Club stuff. So this just a day pack is all it is. I think I paid like 50 cents for this, something like that. And it sold for $16.39, free shipping. I'll just throw this into a poly mailer and get it out the door. And even after fees, after shipping, we're going to make an easy 10 bucks. So that's what I've got for you today, guys. I appreciate you stopping in. I did actually get some messages from a couple of folks about some records. I'm going to get back to you on those. So don't think I forgot you. I do have several emails from several different people, and I just kind of got behind on getting back to those. So if you wrote me, if you sent me an Instagram message or sent me an email, I will get back to you on that. So thanks for stopping in, guys. I sure appreciate you. Hit the thumb on your way out. That helps us out a lot. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. We are growing. We're about 3,400 subscribers right now, which is awesome. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed. And hit that bell notification. That'll let you know when we put out new content. It'll give you like a half hour before the premieres. It'll let you know that our premiere is going to be going up so you can join in on the live chat as well. Have a good day, guys. I'm going to cut this thing off. We'll see ya.